Alright, hello there YouTube, welcome back to Leveling with Bruised and my eternal cough, Bruised here. Pardon any coughing that does happen, my allergies are still really kicking my ass right now, and so because of that, I have been coughing and it's kind of like impossible to stop. But anyway, today, I have already leveled this character. I was really unsure if I was going to continue playing the League. I just kind of was staring at my Steam list and nothing really stuck out to me, so I just made a new character, and I wasn't sure that if I was going to stick with it, but I have, and I've been having a lot of fun with them, so today I just decided we'd just do a recording. We'll do a few hours of just running around mapping and farming some random stuff, but anyway, this is a self-cast, level 92 right now, self-cast Rolling Magma Saboteur. The primary function that we're going for, the primary thing that we're utilizing is the Sands of Time here. I really wanted to use this thing. I've used it once before, but it wasn't really the primary focus of the build, and I wanted it to make it like the primary real focus here. All of this also, it'll be in there'll be a POB for the character as it is right now, maybe with a few more levels attached to it. But that'll be down in the description below if you want to just take a look at that. But we're using Sands of Time. It's really fun with Saboteur, or if you are able to steal the Perfect Crime here from Saboteur and run this on somebody else. But I wanted the projectile return, and I also wanted to use the trigger bots. So the way that it works is whenever you cast a spell, you'll see our trigger bots actually create 2 clones, and if I cast another spell, the trigger bots will create 2 more clones. So while you're only supposed to have 3, you instead get 4, and those will all cast their spells as well. So you get a little bit more spells out of it by using the Perfect Prime, and it's just fun overall. So yeah, that's our whole setup. I'm also using a Gloom Fang here, just so that we're getting some chaos damage, and we get some more chaining for our rolling magma there, all that kind of good stuff. So either way, it's a very fun build, very fun setup, and yeah, I just kind of felt like recording and yapping and doing a little bit of that. So here we are. Like I said, POB down below, all that good stuff. We have a Black Baria. I don't really know how good this character is at killing bosses necessarily, but we're gonna give it the old college try. And yeah, I think with that, we're just kind of good to roll into it. Let's go kill Suresh and get myself the Broken Elegy. Up.
You seek to stop us.
I do.
You have no idea what you face.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, a little slow on damage, but that's more or less what I figure. It's kind of dependent on the rolling magma doing stuff. I'm not like fully sold on. Oh, you're up. I'm not fully sold on using using rolling magma for the entire build, but it's what I've been using for a long time now, and I'm just kind of sticking with it for the time being. It's only shocking for 11% still. That's kind of surprising. Bit of a bummer. Oh, we got a belt. Let's go. Can't wait for it to be Skeletal Shrine for the 50th time in a row, but I mean, as much as like selling it is usually the play, bam. Freezing this time. Ooh, we got a little bit different this time. Little bit different on it. Yeah, as you can see, damage is a little bit slow, but also, this is only level 19. Oh, wait! I'm dumb! Where's my, I put the wrong one in here. Well, that would explain a lot. Crap. That was when I was just leveling in the background. Well, shit. My bad. I was wondering, I was like, I've done this fight before, and it was like a little slow, but it wasn't this slow. Like, what the hell? Now that makes so much more sense, dude. I didn't have my level 20 rolling magma in there. Whoops. Didn't have that, and I also didn't have we have the power charge on crit, which is at least some amount more damage. That's my bad. Mobby. I actually don't know what enchant we're really looking for, if I'm gonna be so for real though. Like, let's look at Rolling Magma, and then let's see what the most expensive ones are. It's gonna be. Let's see, a volley, a life, really. Life tap, control destruction. That trap's interesting. Life tap, cast when stunned. That's a 21, just a 21-20. Cast when stunned. Cast when stunned, Culling Strike. It seems like people are doing the greens. We don't really care about Culling Strike. Why are you... Whatever. Yes, my 25 Divine level 6 Rolling Magma. Greater Volley. I did not buy mine with Power Charge on crit for 20 Divines. It was, I think, 1. Yeah, returning projectiles would be pretty good. Okay, I mean... Yeah, we'll probably throw a coin of skill on it. For the heck of it. Whenever we hit level 20 there. But, yeah, this character overall, though, we're just kind of running random... I'm just kind of running random stuff at this point. Because, I really don't anticipate getting 40 out of 40. But I guess if I get really close, then I will. But there's not really. Also, I don't care enough about the Delirium. I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, if we get 40 out of 40, then cool. But it's just not something that I am prioritizing, because there's still just, like... There's a ton of really grindy ones in there that I don't feel like dealing with. Something else that would probably really make this build go even further beyond would be if we... Well, two things that would. Number one would be get yourself an Acceleration Shrine belt. Anytime I've had Acceleration Shrine, it's both extremely funny and extremely fun. Because the Rolling Magmas will just go so fast and so far. So Acceleration Shrine belt. But that's just, that's the nature of this league in general. Just get a really OP belt and go ham with it. And the other thing would be probably a Dying Sun, the Flask. But those are like 13... Oh, excuse me, like 13 or something divines? And while I could afford that, yes, I don't want to. Call it being greedy, I don't wanna. So I haven't. But yeah, those are probably two like pretty big upgrades realistically. Also, I'm also using a oh shit, that reminds me, I wasn't putting Brittle Ground on Suresh too. That also would have affected that. But yeah, there's the other thing is I'm using one medium crit cluster jewel right now, but it might be better. I'm using one projectile one, and I'm using a crit one. But it's probably better to just use two projectile ones instead, because we get capped crit realistically semi-easy just from the fact that we have stolen one of Assassin's buffs. So at least for half of the health bar of an enemy, we have crit capped. Hey, Omni. Oh, that's unfortunate. Found him too late. But we have stolen a knife in the back from, oh hey, what did you do? Projectile damage one. Maybe we'll roll that. But as you can see up here, we have quick getaway and basics of pain. You probably want pressure points as well instead of quick getaway, but that's just what I grabbed. We'll then follow through here with streamlines just for the proj speed, proj damage, and then projectiles dealing increased damage, each remaining chain up to 100. And we have how many times is this chain? 6 times? Yeah, 6 times. So we do hit that cap at least on the first bounce. The first bounce do in fact deal a good chunk of damage, or at least it should be. Theoretically. So yeah, it's probably more worth to run 2 of those instead of the crit one, but those were just both jewels that I happen to have sitting around already. But maybe now that I have a second projectile one, maybe we run that, or maybe we get that crafted up. Yeah. All right. Oh, Acceleration Shrine. I think you'd have to solve mana some more if you did Acceleration Shrine, but I love how fast the rolling magmas go while you have Acceleration Shrine. It's so funny. Hence why I'm saying if you had one of those belts, that's a good time right there. And we'll worry about crafting that later if we do that. It doesn't matter that much right now. I do think I have, like, one other character in mind, potentially, to really be 80% quant. But I have, like, one other character in mind that I probably will make, because I expect it to be a pretty quick character, in the sense of just getting through and leveling. And also, I think Gauntlet's going to start up pretty soon here. Which, that doesn't matter. I don't take place in Gauntlet. I don't care about Gauntlet. But, realistically, realistically, we could finish 40 out of 40, maybe. It'll depend. It'll depend on where I leave this character and how solid the other character winds up feeling. Which that character will be a self-use kinetic fusillade character, and it will probably be a reliquarian as well. I haven't. I've run one reliquarian this league. It was towards the beginning. It was a lot of fun. But I kind of wanted to run one with Grace of the Goddess because they get it on their tree. And I bought a Grace of the Goddess a long while ago, so I think it'd be fun to run Reliquarian with Grace of the Goddess and the Grace of the Goddess passive for just a ton of extra spirits. So that'll be the other character, but in the meantime, though, I mean, I would like to get this character to at least probably like level 94? I think level 94 is where I want to try to get this guy to, at least. And, reasonably, he's should be pretty well able to. For being like an evasion-based character and everything, he's decently thick. Mostly because we are using Call of the Void here to lessen the amount of damage that our enemies do to us. And then just by the nature of blinding and evading everything, and then also we have capped spell suppress and everything. And we are also shock and chill immune as well, and we have some block and a little bit of spell block and yada yada. There's like a good amount of layers to this character, which is nice. Because I made a pure evasion character earlier this league, and I wound up crashing out on that character just because, like, I really did just kind of feel like we're just not in an era where you can be just an evasion character anymore. Because if you do that, then if you are just an evasion character, you'll eventually get hit, and odds are when you get hit, you're probably just gonna get one shot, and it's really shitty when it happens. So I wound up crashing out on that character. It was a fun character, but I crashed out on it, and then and I moved on to something else. I think I immediately moved on to my my Juggernaut character because he is just way thicker. Where's Maven? Hello? Maven? Oh, she's gonna put the bosses out there. That happens every now and again. Maven. Yep. It's so funny that she does that. Blech. Okay. And we go to the thing. Good, the boss is in here too. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I really do hate allergies. I am hoping it rains here sometime soon just to wash at least some of the initial pollen and shit off of the trees, because I am just... had this fuck-ass cough for like 2.5 weeks now, I think. Which initially was from being sick, and then afterwards I could tell now it's just from... It really is just from having allergies. I can feel it. Scarabs. Those scarabs suck, man. Also, man, using Call of the Shaper, I tend to when I was first utilizing it on this character for a little while, I like completely forgot that that you get the Shaper balls for a bit, and so I kept dodging them. Kept dodging my own balls. Too used to balls being evil, man. Also love a Mesa boss, not only because Mesa, but also nice tight little arena to get as many just get our own balls circling out and about. Oh, also if you're wondering what this character's name is, I forgot to address this earlier. Scoot Stip. It's because I just, for whatever reason, when I was making this character, I had I had Creed stuck in my head, and I tried to name this character the meme, which is like, it's every word of, it's the starting letter of every word for, I'm forgetting the name of the actual name of the song, but it's the Hold Me Now, I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet 8 so far down. It's that lyric, but you just do the first letter, so it's Hold Me Now, I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. That would be the character's name, and I was gonna name him that. This name is already taken, so somebody else already also thought of this meme and did the entire thing. So that was both very funny and disheartening to see when I was trying to name my character that. So I just named this character vaguely off of the singer, which is Scott Stapp. So Scoot Stip. Scoot Stip is our name instead. And let's see, Strand. I have tried a couple other skills in my current setup as well. namely Spark. I have tried Spark. There's one other spell I tried too. Spark felt okay, but you kind of need Pierce. Oh yeah, the other one I tried was Fireball, which Fireball is also like, I love Fireball, but for this particular setup, it's not fantastic. You really also want like Pierce and returning projectiles with it. Which, we have returning projectiles, but we're obviously trying to use Chain more than we're trying to use Pierce, so... yeah, unfortunately wasn't as good. There's a part of me that wants to try using Eye of Winter, but I think... I might test it really quick, but I think Eye of Winter just shoots in a random direction. I think the eye itself will go in a random direction, which is problematic. So it really might just be use Spark. Add new knowledge. It really might be just use either Spark or Rolling Magma, and then if you use Spark, you definitely want to use another projectile medium cluster and scale projectile speed that way. And experimented items, sure. You want to consistently use, and then you probably want to also use Pierce support. And maybe even drop Gloomfang as well. You can have Chain and Pierce, that's not a big deal. But maybe you drop that as an entirety anyway and do something else. Originator memories. I actually don't run any Originator maps anymore. I just give those to my Augur mappers. Which I will say, I love how much gold we've had this league. I have actually, like, very consistently had mappers running this league, which I have never done. The whole time mappers have been a thing, they're usually so expensive that I maybe let them run like a set of maps every now and again in the during the league. Like every now and again I would let them run, but for the most part they were just way too gold hungry. But finally, gold hasn't really been an issue this league, so it's just we've just been able to let him go out and do stuff, which is also good because I've had such a plethora of maps that I also have just been wanting to throw those out. There was a time I had 2 map devices completely full with maps and teams going up for the whole time, and I think I did that for a little while as well. But I ran out of level 5 mappers. They started dying on me. So now I have one team of level 5s. And I might have one backup level 5 if one of them dies, and that's kind of it. And I'm not really planning to make those guys run a hell of a lot anymore. A reflecting mist, oh boy. Holy. A dusk ring. Yeah, these both suck. These both suck. Unfortunate. Oh god. Not you. Anyone but you. I hate that Roa. I hate that big ass Roa. Boo boo boo. Bam. I love the Goblin Troop in the hideout because they just interrupt themselves doing the thing. It's so funny. Oh, 1500, that isn't worth anything. Also, I assume my town is out of money right now. They sure are. Get back to it. Get to getting. Alrighty. I need to use the bathroom. I'm gonna pause real quick. Be back. Alright. Turned. Cough drop. And more importantly, a Capri Sun. Respect the pouch. That's right, I'm a 29-year-old man that's still drinking Capri Sun. Only occasionally. Sometimes you gotta relive what it was like to feel something. That's not that serious. Man, it was, tragically, I also lost this league. I decided to gamble them because I'm kind of at the point of the league where I haven't cared that much about money. But I had, I dropped 2 apothecaries, because I have, Defiled Cathedral scrying over onto coves. And I did a divination card setup, tried to really go out of my way to not kill the bosses till last, and did a whole setup, and the map boss dropped me 2 apothecaries, which was crazy, and then I proceeded to explode both of them in Harvest. I think I had 3 at most, and then it was, they were all deleted. I think it doubled once. I doubled 1 card, so I had 3, and then I think it doubled 1 more time after that, and doubled 1 of the ones. It, like, 8 a card, doubled it again, and then just 8. And I did not get anything out of it, but I kind of committed at that point. I was like, you know what, if I either get a Mage Blood here, or I explode these cards. And the game decided I was exploding the cards, so I said, alright, well, whatever. But I probably at that point could have almost bought a, hey, Wish for Rust, hell yeah. At that point, I probably could have almost bought, actually with 3 cards, I pretty much certainly could have bought Mage Blood. Bought the last 2 Apothecary cards, and then had Mage Blood, but I occasionally like to Gamba in this game. I'm not a huge Gamba enjoyer. I know my luck. Like, I knew for sure there was no shot. Also, there's no shot that's worth anything. I knew there was no shot I was actually going to get Mage Blood out of it, but, hey, you know. Sometimes, what can you do, but, actually, it's worth at least a little bit. What can you do sometimes, but, you know, want to try. It's like the same thing with, like, me identifying the leather belts. Realistically, or the Screams of Desiccated belts. Realistically, it would be, it'd be easier and, like, more money efficient to just sell the belts and everything, of course, but let's be real, that's boring. I want to identify this stuff. The only thing in the game that I really don't care about, like, actually identifying myself and like, gambling is, Valdo's boxes. Valdo's boxes I don't give a shit about. They are just, they're so bad. They basically never have anything good in them. There's so many just trash uniques, and there's so many ass modifiers that people have just, or like so many just like terrible maps for literally no reason that people make. Like, if it was at least a chance to get even an interesting item, I would be down with it, but 95% of the time it just isn't, and so I very quickly lost interest in ever opening all those maps. So those I sell. But like Watcher's Eyes, Screams of Desiccated Belts, whatever else, I almost always identify that. But sometimes you get something really good. And other times it's just, you know, want to crack the thing. Hey-oh, hey-oh. Oh god! Yep. I saw the spider, and then I saw the, I saw what's-his-face. I saw what's-his-face, put the corpse detonate thing under me, and I knew that was not about to not be a good time. And boy was I correct. Yeah, that guy too. We have Chaos Res, we just don't have capped Chaos Res. Also, I swear to god, this spider Maven always gives me this stupid spider, and that thing screws me over all the time. That thing screws me over so often. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's go kill Suresh again. And this time, let's just do that as well. Let's suffer 20C or whatever. Let's do this, and we'll go get our staff this time. We got a belt the first time, there's no shot we get 2 belts. We're getting the staff. Let's be so for real. See, that damage is a lot. That's a lot better when it's level 19, when it's actually level 20, and also, okay. When it's level 20, and also we have we're getting more damage from power charges, and actually consistently getting our power charges as well. Although we probably were consistently getting them before. I have power charge on crit. Oh. Okay, well, regardless. Regardless of actually getting another belt. Sorry, this is where we get the skeletal belt. But also, we have power charge on crit on our Storm brand here as well. And eventually, the idea that I'm hoping to do is eventually get a Rolling Magma with a different thing on it. Alright, let's see what the belt does. Bam. Brutal plus Impenetrable. That sucks. I mean, Impenetrable is pretty good, but Brutal is, ugh, I hate Brutal Shrine so much. Oh, I hate Brutal Shrine. I hate it with a passion. Just knocking everything away is infuriating. But let's just see. Brutal Shrine. It's at least a double. This is only the second double Shrine belt I've seen. 25C. This is only the second one I've seen. I think the other one I got was like, I think it was skeletal plus it was like skeletal plus freezing or something. It wasn't good. Just like this one is realistically nothing great. It's okay, but no, we're absolutely just letting that get it crushed as well. But hey, you know what? We got a belt, and it was a double, and it was not the worst thing that it ever could be. Yeah, I hate Brutal Shrine so much. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, right. I was trying to think, like, what other gem we realistically would want with our Rolling Magma here. I mean, Greater Volley would probably be, like, okay. So yeah, like, something like a Greater Volley would be pretty good. Because that would free this up for us. We'd maybe just throw in faster projectiles in there as a replacement. Oh, increased critical damage. That would, of course, be good. Why did people really care about... God, I haven't looked at this gem in a long time, but I think people care about this with Spark. Cast yourself. Gain intensity when you cast them to a max of 3. 1 fewer proj per intensity. More damage with hits per intensity. Which fire at least 1. Fire 3 additional. I see. Okay, so it starts with more. Okay. That'd be interesting. I don't necessarily know how good it is. It'd be, you know what, let's see how much a pinpoint Rolling Magma even is. 2 div? Yeah. I'm not really willing to spend 2 div on that. It's probably not ultimately what we really want. There's any number of other things out there we care more about getting. And mostly just, like, increased critical damage, probably. Increased critical damage is probably our biggest one. That's probably just flat out our best one. But also so is Greater Volley would also be good though, as well. That would just free us up from running it ourselves. And we could run something else. That is a big bear. Goodbye, big bear. What do we got? More knowledge, glittering, or gold. Oh, more div cards. We have a potential for apothecary here. Not that we're gonna get Bob. And if I did get it, I would probably once again explode it. You would probably live witness me explode the cards. La 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 la. Damn it. I actually didn't want to trigger up the stakes yet. I hadn't killed enough on the map. Rise and fight. Okay. Let's just go deal with these guys. Yourself. There they go. Alright. I think we still got, what, 2-3 bosses out of that? So. Still worthwhile. Cassia, on the other hand, over there, can go away. I refuse. In we go. There he goes. Oh, a blueprint. What kind of blueprint is this? This is a... Oh, currency or scarabs. We absolutely take currency or scarabs. I guess I won't run those. I was gonna say we could run that, but this character I will say is not fantastic for heist, just because of the nature of the rolling orbs doing random things. Aw, dang. No apothecary drops. This is a scam. But this character by nature is a little bit iffy in heist, and so I actually kind of don't like running heist on this character as much as I do enjoy running heist. So I always run these on my Reeve Juggernaut character, but I don't really want to I don't want to switch characters in this video, because we're just gaming and showing off this guy. We're just doing some stuff. Oh, which one is this? Oh. Man, I have fond memories of Sentinel League. I really do. I don't care about a vast majority of the Sentinels in once you get to endgame, or the way that they're implemented right now, and it's because they take so long. Like in Sentinel League, you built into the Sentinel, and so it would, you know, fire faster, or it would chain more, or both. And now, especially if you get that red one is horrendous. It can just take so long before it finally gets everything off. It takes so long to get off, and you know, sometimes I'm just like, I'm ready to be done, man. I'm like, hurry up. So the red one, I finally just like, hey, Brutal Shrine, get rid of that. Oh. Okay. We're scouring. We're rich. Rich, I tell you. Russia. Breaking the unbreakable. I think there is a reason people want that gem now. It might be an intensity gem. Or, not gem, jewel. I think that jewel in particular, when I was looking at it, sold for a reasonable amount this league, but I can't remember for sure. I don't remember what it drops. I don't remember the name of it, otherwise I'd look it up. But I also know the fledgling from fighting Ashta. That boss is actually quite worthwhile. Croaks! Frogs! Now we'll go the additional packs. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, is the map boss out of this? I think the map boss isn't in this. Dang it. Oh, just barely. They're like right up there. Well, shit. Oh god, 100. Well, let's see if we can stall for a little bit. If you have been blasted, please come over here for your to be seen. Okay, we got most of the value out of this thing. I don't necessarily care anymore. That's more value than I usually bother getting out of them, I'll be real. We can get full value. Zap it, flap. Nice, dude. And Sentinel League was so simple, but it was such a fun league. It's kind of, in a way, I would say Mirage is pretty simple too, and also just super fun. You go in there, it's another copy of the map, you do the content, you leave. Oh, they were barely out of it. That's so annoying. Oh, you're still alive. I was like, one of these guys is leaving kicking. Doodry. Pink. I don't actually think that's a pink, but oh, you. I was like, who's? Oh, somebody's still doing something. Yeah. A timeless astrolabe. That's one of the astrolabes I actually did during when I was farming all the astrolabe stuff. There are so many astrolabe related challenges. Actually, there are still more. There's still one more astrolabe related challenge that I would reasonably complete, which is if I was to do 40 out of 40, I have to do this one still. At least not that bad because it's just kill the map bosses. Well, they're rare, but the 150 item quant is. It's just annoying. It's annoying to roll that over and over again. That belt sucks. What are these even worth? Let's take a look, see. I have the most expensive one. I have a breach one sitting around for whatever reason, but what are these worth? 83 actually. Huh. I have quite a few astrolabes at this point. But again, I'm still not committed to running 40 out of 40, and I'm just kind of leaving them there for now. May eventually want them, but not right now. It's so sad looking at this. This is like absolutely the most divines I personally have had, because usually I make a ton of characters. I get them through to the end game, I move on, I don't really bother farming that much, but it's been so easy to make money, and I've farmed quite a lot this league, to the point where I have this many, and I've had... This is definitely the most I've even had money-wise in general, and it's still not enough to afford some of the, like, stuff that I was like, what if I wanted to have fun with, like, an acceleration shrine belt or something? Actually, these are going down. I actually reasonably could buy one of these, I think. I think I could absolutely cash in for another, what? 22 divines? I could easily cash in for 22 divines and get a belt, but I feel like I just can't pull the trigger. Can't pull the trigger! But I might. I might at some point pull the trigger for that. Because it could be fun with that, ooh, excuse me. It could be fun with that kinetic fusillade character that I'm potentially going to make next. Just have those projectiles go out ridiculously fast. Who knows? Who knows? We'll figure that out later. It's also not guaranteed that I would do Fusillade anyway. It could turn into like a kinetic blast of clustering or something set up ultimately, but I wanted to try Fusillade. Because I think Fusillade as an attack would be better than, like, I don't like Ember Fusillade in Path of Exile 2. And that might just be a nature of Path of Exile 2 as well. But I don't like that spell. But I think as an attack, I might actually like it more. So, things to try. Nope. I'm only grabbing... I have so many blueprints at this point. I'm only grabbing blueprints if they are completely filled in. Or if they have special enchantments. Mostly if they have the replica unique enchant, or if they have the currency or scarab enchant. Otherwise, I do not bother picking it up. I just have too many of them. I could sit there and... I could probably spend an entire day just back-to-back running all of the blueprints I have. Which, maybe I do that with that wand character, too. When that character hits later on, if that character is fun. Because that character should do well in Heist, honestly. So, maybe if that character's fun, maybe we do a, I ran X amount of blueprints, and here's what I got out of it type deal.
Make your wish.
Reflecting, hindrance, or risk. Yeah, I guess give me a reflection. It's gonna be garbage, but whatever. Look at that. Yep, that is just bad no matter how you look at it. Classic reflecting mist. Still bummed out I've never even seen a I've never seen one drop out of there yet. Which, I mean, it is fair. They're extremely it's extremely rare for that to happen, because it's very powerful obviously if it does. Is my game about to crash? Nope, we're good. I guess to be fair, it might be time right now for the gauntlet to start. That actually might have been what that hiccup was. That might have been gauntlet start. Gauntlet's either about to start now, or it's starting in an hour. I actually don't know which. Because I feel like they're going to do a global... I feel like they usually do a global message whenever Gauntlet's about to start. There they go. Bam. Another one to the void. The Constrictor. Classic. Classic Constrictor. Oh, you know what? I actually do want to go kill... I want to go kill a Shaper, because like I said, you know, we could get a Dying Sun, you know. 13 Divine saved right there if we do. We're not going to get a Dying Sun, by the way. That's not going to happen. But can't hurt to try. Oh, what is this? Burning Ground, Magic Monsters, Endurance Charge, Suppress. It's kind of annoying. Actually, what is the... Again, not that I care that much. 100% item quants. Give me all of these. And let's reroll this then. That's kind of annoying, but it's not that bad. But wait, that boss with frenzy charges and speed, that could be annoying. That should be fine. I think that plus the let's see, I need Phoenix.
One of my captains refused redemption.
You used redemption. I don't know how well this character would do against Minotaur, but I consistently hate Minotaur no matter what character I do Minotaur on. Even if it's a character that one-shots Minotaur. I hate Minotaur. He just has such high potential to be a dickhead. And it's not cool when it happens. God, speaking of things that aren't cool when they happen, I think it's the Templar Astrolabe in particular can like makes like some random things happen at the end of a map. And I remember one of them is that they can be surrounded by tormented spirits, and that is awful when that happens. Also, these even though they look slightly different, these Shaper Balls are throwing me off versus my own Shaper Balls. All balls look the same, I'll say it. Brave enough to say that. All of Shaper's balls look the same. Okay. Good old Varashta. Get our Crimson Iron really quick. Lol. Power Jewels or Oasis. All of these suck. Power it is. Just in case I randomly explode. But realistically, it's going to be these guys exploding. Ah, man. I love when you come into a mirage, and the Calgar and thing in here has swapped to a lost shipment. I love when that happens. It's a lot of money. Ah, okay. Oh, hey, my Empower support leveled. Woohoo! Now for the long part, where it goes to level 3. Jewels. Damn, that's good. Oops. Oh, God. That almost caused my very untimely death. Over here? No. Where have I not explored? Actually up in that corner? It shouldn't be right there. That should just be an extra door. Is it actually up there? Oh yeah, I think I see a little... I believe I see a little nub right here. Yes. Okay. Glass blower, scouring. Okay. Ooh! Oh my god, not this fucking spider boss again, I swear to god. Maven, you are just the worst. There we go. Runic Astrolabe. That actually does remind me. I wanted to run some of the expeditions I have because of actually what are these worth on disenchanting enchantment? Okay, whatever. I think we have some of the Afarud. Yes. Level 70. Uproot. I'm gonna see if I have the one for... Add some monster markers. Yeah, I kind of want to run these just for the potential of getting run those in the hope of getting the timeless jewel. Not that I'm planning to run a Aston Ward Break build, but I'd like to try to potentially get the timeless jewel out of it. Because as far as I'm aware, that's where it comes from. It comes from the expedition maps with Off-Road monsters on it. Or an Off-Road commander. But anyway, let's go fight Shaper. Haven already has him witnessed, so that won't matter. Witness me! 24.
I see you, little man. Long hair.
Funnier than 24. 25. Fighty. See you, girl.
Damn.
Turn back, trespasser.
Cease this madness. Ow. Well, you know what? It makes sense. We just fought Piety. Now we fight Malachi again. Just makes sense. Get out of here. Oh, and then I get the wolf boss too? God's sake. Oh my god.
Ambivalence, death, a fortress of unending darkness.
It's definitely my bad. I was just standing there being greedy as much as those stupid wolves. They do hurt. I just hate this boss so much. I hate this boss so much it makes me greed and sometimes die for it, because it's just such an awful boss. Alright. There.
This will not go unpunished.
Genuinely hate that boss. Man, this was the... Outside of the wolf guy, this was just the, what, Act 4? Act 4 setup.
Final warning. You
Hello.
force my hand again, little mouse.
So be it.
You've chosen to side with chaos. This is my world, and you shall obey my order.
He's into the Ubits. Oh, I forgot to activate focus. Silly me. Imperfect. Oops. I'm working on it. Man, one thing I'm always glad about is there was one challenge for it this league, but it really wasn't bad, which is for defeating bosses in conditional ways. I despise those challenges. The challenges for defeating bosses in conditional ways, a vast majority of the time, are so obnoxious, and so I'm glad that I feel like they haven't been doing as many of them recently. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I've just ignored them. But the one this league for the defeating the new boss in conditional ways is fine. But when it's like defeating Ubers or even some of the pinnacle bosses in specific ways, it's always such a pain. The face of your unmaking. I wonder how fast you can get back. Like, I wonder how much you can deny him.
Horror must be stopped. Obstacles destroyed.
I feel like I feel like I'm casting Sniper Smart. Is this not going off on him? Or are my clones overwriting it? I actually can't tell. Oop. Stop throwing your balls at me. Really? Not a break? Maybe not a break. Get out of your corner at the very least, yeah. I thought he was a break. But yeah, there we go. Maybe I just wasn't... Maybe I was interrupting my own cast. That might have been what was happening. I might have just been interrupting my own cast of Sniper Smart. I'm about to say, I know I'm hitting it, but... Look, step row help. Oh, okay. He didn't get very much health back.
They lied to you, Father.
I'm your true memory.
To save the future, the past must be sacrificed.
He's probably going to do this into bullet health phase 2. which is a wee bit annoying. No, my tigers. Yep, I was right. Yup. Whoop. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, not so bad.
Irrelevant.
Not so bad, honestly. Oh, wait. I just realized, I was like, wait, what unique even dropped? Right, his gloves. I was like, where's... I forgot the whole reason I was killing him in the first place. 2 unique he dropped his gloves. Got on these, at this, very strict, even some of those will get covered up. I know, Cirrus's gloves also will get covered in the, which is fair. Cirrus's gloves aren't exactly spectacular, but they are fun. I like corrupting his gloves. 9 attack speed. I don't really care. They did nerf these things, so I wouldn't... Attack speed... Also... NC. So they did nerf... Actually, do I have a pair even hanging around? I do. Well, let's corrupt the ones I have, unless they're already corrupted. They aren't. And, let's corrupt these ones too! Let's go! Bam! White socket. Those worth... they're worth at least a decent bit for dusting purposes. At the very least, all boss uniques are worth it for dusting. Alright. So back to mapping. These maps ain't gonna run themselves. Reflect Fizz, I don't think I do any Fizz, but I tend to just roll over any kind of Fizz... or any kind of Reflect maps anyway, just in case. Just in case I do happen to. I mean, I do with Shield Charge. Actually, that says that does a pretty good amount of his attack damage too. I guess it's because I'm running... Does this give us more damage? For Endurance Charge, but we don't really get Endurance Charges. I guess it's just because of my shield. Yeah, my shield has 1100 evasion on it, so... That makes sense. That makes sense. How close am I level 19? It's pretty close. Yep, pretty soon here we're gonna get to do the Great Gem Reset. You can invert the rules is almost done. I'll be honest, I don't actually know that I'm gonna use... I'm kind of just running Invert the Rules to hit level 3 on it because I've had it at level 2 forever. But I think I'm going to... This might get traded out for just a leveled increased critical damage. Because we could get... Well, we could get that at level 1. Like, we might as well have some other stuff hanging around. Anyway. Actually, I'm also going to corrupt this one when it hits level 3, and I can't wait for it to go back to level 2. It's just going to be my permanent level 2 gem. Oops, I forgot to put the fragments in. Oh well. Not that big of a deal. Path of Exile, there's always something to forget about. And I am a professional forgetter. You... Okay. Alright. Pouch all gone. I'll miss it. Another Crimson Iron? Sure. I gotta send out a boat at some point, too. I might send it out to, Calgur, honestly. For the yuck of it. I did get an Inda stand. Which is the belt that all of the ward heads use. I did get one this league and sold it, and if I got another one, I would in fact sell it again. It's always a bummer, in the sense that, like, there was a part of me, I haven't done a cast on crit build this league, and I'm still not really planning to. So I might have to run I might run a cast on crit, like, next league, because I really don't, like, I have my idea for my next character, and then after that, I think I probably am well and truly just done. But it's been weird, because I usually love cast on crit, but it was like, anytime I was thinking about cast on crit, I just couldn't decide on what spell I would really want to use, and so I just couldn't commit to doing anything. And I thought about it. I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'd do cast on ward break and do like a variety of spells and see what that's all about. And then I saw the cost of everything for cast on ward break, and I went, oh, yeah, never mind. I'm not doing that. Also, something very unfortunate about this scepter in particular against a soul eater. Your clones count as souls. So as you'll see, he's absorbing something, and it's because every time these souls go disappear after casting their spell, it counts as them dying, and so it gets absorbed by a soul eater. So they get they just get infinite. They just get infinite souls. They will always, unless you like one-shot them, basically, they'll always be at max souls with one of these setups. It's very annoying. But it is what it is. I think it works that same way with like the savior reflections as well. I think if your reflections disappear next to a soul eater, I think they're considered eaten by the soul eater as well. I want to say it works that same way. It's just weird.
Make your wish.
Golden jewel cache, sure, man. Whatever. Just do that. Why not? Go. There it is. Got a couple corrupts in it. Let's take a look at those. I did not even look at them when I picked them up. Alright, where is the guys? You know, those one guys that do that one thing. Oh, there they were. Hello. Here to talk to you about Suresh's extended warranty. Alright. What did these roll? Damage penetrates, increased effect, non-damaging element. Attack damage while dual wielding, attack cast speed, damage with wands. It's like okay. It's okay, but it's not okay enough. Visual fire res, attack speed with a shield, melee crit multi with lightning skills, projectile speed. Reasonably it's good with, Lightning Strike, regardless. Fortunate it penetrates Fire Res, but I mean, I guess if you run, Trinity, it'd be fine anyway. Somewhere in there you'll be doing fire damage. Oh, it was that boss. I was like, why was I so slow there? Then, oh, it was because it was, the Act 9 boss or whatever. I spent that, right? Yep, okay. Neato! Valkyric. It's time. Duel. Long day. Damn right it. Suppress is annoying. Minus max. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying, but screw it. But screw it. Whoop. Another challenger. Can't scrub. There we go. That's all I was waiting for over here. Who are you healing? That one. Okay, well that one's dead. Go slow. Okay.
Another round will commence as soon as I have more combatants.
Yeah. One thing that's really nice, I'm glad, even though I think they nerfed the health pool of our spectral wolfy friends, or spectral tigers. I think they nerfed the health of them, but they're still decently tanky, outside of just standing around in dots, but... Yeah. Also, if you're wondering why we're running this instead of something else within Sabo, it's because these give us critical strike chance and attack and cast speed, which is nice. So, you know, attack, cast speed, crit chance, it's always going to be good. And then also, since we're running Knife in the back from Assassin, that gives us more crit chance on the front half, but on the back half, we get more crit multi. So having some form of critical strike chance increase is just going to help us stay mostly capped whenever the boss starts hitting their lower health pools. Just having a way to consistently-ish crit more is going to be good. So we're running Spectral Tigers here. But if you weren't to run Spectral Tigers, you'd run a Bomb Specialist. Bomb Specialist would also be pretty good, but since it's more of a chance thing, I just kind of left it alone. Left it alone. Mark the Brave. Screw it. Let's take a look at this thing. There's a crit multi. Was it melee crit multi? Yeah, melee crit multi. Oh no, Shameless Touch. Lightning. Fire with lightning skills. We'll go. We'll look at both the attack speed, holding a shield, and projectile speed. See if there's an exact one. There is. There's 3 of them. 150 and one listed each for a line. I'm just gonna put this up since it's clearly not selling for those guys. I'm putting this up for ADC. This, I don't think is worth jack. What are the implicits on this again, just so I can double check that I'm not totally screwing myself? Reduce bleed duration and penetrate fire res. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Somebody buys it instantly, they also buy it instantly. I actually don't care. There was at one point when I thought I was fully done with the league, I went through and set all of the prices on everything in my shop to extremely low, like 510C on basically everything, outside of like 1 or 2 items that are just like extremely high value. I still lowered those, so technically I undercut a bunch of people, but also at the same time I was like, fucking, it's the end of the league, who cares? I'm technically a scumbag undercutter, but only when about to end. Also, they hadn't sold at the usual market price for like 2 weeks. So at that point, I was like, clearly nobody wants this or nobody cares that much. So I'm throwing it up for regular price. Oh wait, I already have the fragments in there. Hee Doons! Dune music begins playing. Never saw those movies. Heard good things, though. I think I should switch, a bitter ritual. I should switch, Atlas trees, I think. Me thinks it's time to swap. The problem is, well, maybe I just respec out of the expedition stuff. Maybe do a small bit of respecking at the same time, because the other tree is breach, expedition. Actually, it might mostly be a breach and expedition. I think it's got a little bit of other stuff in there sprinkled in, but nothing super crazy. But the problem is I just don't want to run. I don't want to run Giga Expedition anymore. I ran a lot of Expedition this league, and it was fun. I do like Expedition, genuinely. But I feel like I've hit my critical mass on Expedition, much like I've also hit my critical mass. I didn't even have it completely spec this league, but I kind of hit my critical mass for Ritual as well. I really didn't get much. I didn't really get anything crazy good out of Ritual. I didn't get anything necessarily that was. It's not like it wasn't worthwhile. I got some decent stuff out of Ritual, but I didn't get any like crazy items. I feel like there's usually some point in the Ritual where you get one really solid item, but I didn't get one of those this time around, which is fine. I am generally pretty good, or pretty just fine with Ritual as is anyway, but I think I've kind of hit my critical mass on this, and I've hit my critical mass on Expedition, where I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to do some other things, so it might be time to maybe respec the Expedition. I don't think I'm fully spec'd into Breach, so maybe respec into some bigger Breach stuff, and I don't know, outside of that. Look around. Also, the other thing with this tree is I have heist spec. I always invest in heist because I like heist, so I always invest a decent bit into it on at least one of my trees. And at this point, I have so many coins because you essentially get double coins, because anytime there's a smuggler's cache out here, there's going to be a smuggler's cache with Farashta. So I have just so many coins. Let's see, trail. I don't have anything set up for syndicates. There's really no reason to do that. Let's do Godhood, I guess. I mean, I guess, no. I'm so close to leveling. Let's just do this. Oh, also, I just realized that was the last one. Yeah, I will take one of those. Reminds me, I actually think I have a, I think I have a King in the Mist. Maybe we go run that really quick, too. Maybe for funsies, we go run one of those. But yeah, this is by far, though, as far as rogue markers go, the rogue coins, this has been the most I've ever had of those. It is actually insane how many I've got. Because, you know, just being invested in heist and then just getting doubles of them in a lot of these areas has been just a crazy amount of coinage. Usually I have way more blueprints than I do coins, and I usually just kind of like wait until I have enough coins to run a blueprint, and then I'll go in and run a blueprint. But now I have so many coins, I could just sit there and do it infinitely. Hey, level 19, we're getting level 20s. Like, I think I could do it literally infinitely, or I could do literally, like, all the blueprints. I would run out of reveals first, which, like, rarely ever happens. I just have so many fucking coins now. It's as they say in the business, pretty crazy. The heist rogue marker situation is pretty crazy. Oh, there's two of them in here. Sweet. Bam, bam. Well, I mean, that kind of makes me actually want to keep running ritual for the time being, just for the sake of getting those out of there. Oh, I think I still have a bloody vessel. You know what? We can do one more map with ritual turned on then, and I'll put the bloody vessel in just so we guarantee that we get ritual, and then also can get more juice out of it. We're juicing. Oh god. Alright, you. Okay. Another ivory tower. I've seen quite a few of those this league. Good, 'cause we're so close.
Hello.
Identify.
To your own.
Alright, give me my regrets, please. I need to regret things. This one broke. That one just got a white sock. And you know what? Yeah, let's go kill... In the miss.
Kill that stranger.
Helping this approaches. Where even is he? Over here? Bro, where are you? Bro, can you cut the shit? I had a fight against this guy recently where it was actually the longest setup I've ever seen of his of the domain here. Like, it actually was so long that I almost died to the creeping cockroaches just because it took so long to get around. It actually might unironically be this, like, same kind of setup here. This is, like, all the fucking way around. There it is. Oh. Woo. There we go. That's an easy kill. Which one is that? It's the amulet. The amulet is so useless. I even looked at this amulet. I was gonna try to, like, force use on this with by doing, like, an accuracy stacker. Even worth breaking? Hardly. I was gonna try to do an accuracy stacker and really just try to use as few sockets as possible. And even in that situation where, like, most of my sockets were gone, or, like, most of my sockets weren't used, and I was just stacking accuracy, and most of them, and, like, all of them were green and they were mostly gone. It still barely gave any damage. It was still, like, worse than just using a regular ass amulet. The thing is just terrible. It's extremely sad, actually. It has a cool idea to it, but it's just so bad. Actually reminds me, what is the other... What's the other thing that goes alongside using no gems? I think it's all. Action speed can't be lowered. You have boots with no sockets. Can't be stunned with no helmet. Elemental ailments can't be inflicted. And take no damage from threats. Yeah. So, reasonably, you could get some more benefits out of this, too. But, that'd be it. It'd be more worth it to just run that. I do not like... I have not done... I thought I was really planning to actually delve this league. And I wound up not delving. But just because every time I think about, like, the idea of trying to find all in there... Because that's kind of the main purpose, outside of finding fossils, is, like, usually to get all. And just the idea of just spending a crap load of time in there to try to find him was, just did not sound very fun. Alright, cool. Once we get out of this map, that'll be time to do a little bit of GCP recipeing. Nice. Also, that's our other rolling magma that just leveled up too, so we can throw a gem on it. I think we'll just throw a green gem on it and see what it hits. Ooh, yeah, with the boss. Oh, look at me. Look at my cats. Alright, thank you. Good job, kitties. I had the Crucible League too. Crucible League had some cool mechanics to it. I liked the Crucible tree on weapons. That was fun. I didn't care about the mechanic itself, but the tree portion of it was really cool. But same with Trial of the Ancestors. I'm actually excited for Trial of the Ancestors to show up in Path of Exile 2. That'll be fun. But I also hope that they have some. I hope they have some other ideas for how to complete stuff in that. Go to the Brutal Shrine. I hope they have some ideas for how to make that mechanic a little bit better than just having to click and hold on a thing. Hell, even if it's just you stand there, and if it's even just like, oh yeah, you stand in like a circle around it to dispel it, that would be better. Like, I think they wanted to make it so that like you couldn't perform actions while that was happening, but it was so often just very annoying. Oh. Well, I didn't think the map boss was in this corner. That's what I get for thinking. Oh god. Always the thing I hate about this boss is just the ever-tracking lasers on you. But just the ever-tracking lasers and the bombs that are around too. I don't think this boss actually does that much damage, but it stresses me out to the point where I just play insanely safe, like you just saw me do right there. I'm like running off to the corner all the time. Stresses me out, man. Barashta, what you got? Horizon Souls or Jewels again, but it's only a bronze one. I do not care about maps. I have so many maps, so I guess we're gonna be a soul eater. Punch, punch, punch. Time to eat some souls. Level weight 93. This character honestly got to 93. It feels like pretty reasonably fast. Like, this character's been kind of cruisy overall. I like this character. This scepter is honestly so much fun to use. Like, is it the best thing in the game? No, but it's fun, and that's kind of what matters. I know, obviously I know Mathel did a build utilizing this plus the perfect crime from Saboteur, and he did it with Arc, and I'm sure that version is probably just strictly better. But I've been having fun with with this rolling magma setup instead. Honestly, I like Arc too, but I just wanted to do a. I realized it'd been a long time since I did anything with rolling magma and stuff, and kind of just felt like doing something with it. And here we are. Let's go get the tree up here, and then we'll be good on this map. Fuel. Right, GCP stuff. So, you. Not you. Anything else? Clarity I could just corrupt if we want to. Rust Blink, no. Master Attack, sure. So no, I don't think there's anything up here yet. Nope. No, I don't have enough strength for any of those anyway. These are all fairly recent, so no. Oh, Shock Nova Possession's almost leveled up too. Nice. Master Proj. Oh, that's right. I was just gonna corrupt this just for the hell of it. I am. Nothing happens. Okay. I think I have another one sitting around too. I do. I'll let that one still too. Rolling Magma. Spark, no. Critical damage is still leveling there too. Okay. So, whoops. Need 4. And then point of skill this guy. Bada bing, bada bam. Level 1 trap. Well, we saw trap in there, but I feel like those are just people that are listing. I feel like those are people that are just listing listing it ridiculously high for no reason. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was about to say, I think there's no shot it actually costs anything. 5C, and that's 5 days ago too. Yeah, that ain't worth shit. I'm not even gonna sell that. I am just going to destroy it. Goodbye. Oh wait, I put 5 in here. Oh right, because I just got one back from. Except, that goes there. Insurge, Inspiration, and Volley. Excellent. Excellent. Oh wait. 2 additional times, unique bosses, all that stuff. Yeah, that's fine. That is all a-okay. That back on, and turn Clarity back on. I think we'll just do a few more maps. Do I have any bosses maybe again worth killing just for the sake of like showing you guys a different fight and whatever else? I mean, we could do Maven. We're only four fragments away. Like I don't really think this setup that would do well against Ubers. Let's do a Maven fight just for the hell of it. Rests and Splinters. They aren't worth like anything anyway. 3C per fragment, so sure. You know, we'll just do Maven kill, and then I think this is where we'll stop it for this character. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Truthfully, I need to go make lunch. I am starving. I can feel my stomach sitting here doing that. So I was like, I could either pause the recording and come back, but we'll just do this and then go from there. So we're gonna have a ramp up time here for sure. And we'll put those in the middle. I was not using focus on her burst phase here. Whoops. Alright, a little bit slow because I wasn't using focus on that. Whoopsies. Damn. Oh my god. Must you always give me the spider. And a goddess, too. I hate you so much. Ugh. That's such an awful combo. I don't... Oh my god, this guy is here, too. Holy. And that guy. Oh my god, she just chose the worst bosses to put out onto the field. That is just horrendous. Fucking get away from me. Okay. Wow. What a terrible set of bosses. Are you kidding me? She put Goddess plus the spider, so my action speed was slower. I mean, I guess that means you could run away faster from Goddess, but in this arena it's hard to run away from Goddess. And then had like Woad of Man and other shit in there too. That's awful. Okay, put this off cooldown. Yeah, still reasonably slow on the damage, honestly. Still reasonably slow, which ain't great, but it is what it is. This is definitely a build where I was like, yeah, I knew that the clearing was gonna be far better than the bossing, pretty much. So. So yeah, I always knew that was gonna be the case, but that's fine. Second do what I say. Oh god. Okay. What a series of unfortunate events right there. I didn't get to keep my puddles all nicely held up. Let me go way over here. Close down. There we go. Stop resisting. Me join. I actually wonder, there's probably other, again, I think maybe with, like, there we go. I do think with, like, Spark, doing a potential, like, Spark setup with this would also have a way that you could go. I really wish you could use... I have not paid attention to this at all. This isn't good. Is it over here? No. Oh, we're dead. Bleh. I was not paying attention to that at all. I was thinking about other skills to potentially use. So that's my bad. My bad. Wasn't paying attention. Oh, good job, cats. Bro, speak. Do that yourself. You stand still. Fuck. I was gonna say, I think we're doing a second death will not be an escape, honestly. That was way too slow. She kept moving around, too. Okay, she felt like having mercy here, though. I was gonna say, then she'll be cold and she's dead. Okay. Not bad. I've certainly had worse. I have most certainly had worse kills against Maven. Not terrific, but, could be worse. But yeah, I think something like a Spark would work pretty well with this setup. Again, that would be if you wanted to keep using Gloomfang. Otherwise, if not, I mean, Mathel's Arc is gonna work, fantastically well. You showed it works exactly well. You just have to steal, you would instead just steal Perfect Prime from Sabo if you wanted to go that route instead. But if you didn't, then there you go. Do I have one of these? I do. Corrupted too. This. Oh, just gonna check. Yeah, I'll just break it down then. Whatever. Break it down for me. But yeah, this build overall, lots of fun. I think, but yeah, like I said, you could probably do this with Spark, and you'd probably just use, instead of using Volley here, you'd use like a Spark and then, oh wait, shit. Also, that's why our Maven went so poorly. I forgot, I literally just did the GCP recipe, so all of our gems are also super low level. outside of our skill gem and greater and invert the rules, 3 of our gems were actively not very good right there. My bad. So I'm sure we could have at least, we probably could have at least avoided the second death will not be an escape in the final thing, and we probably would have killed her at least a little bit faster if I had remembered to at least run one map since doing that. My bad, holy. But anyway, I do still think Rolling Magma, very fun. And if you did this with a Spark as well, you'd probably just replace this. You could do it with like Spark and the Nova also, and you just replace this with Pierce probably instead. I can't remember the order of operations. It would still work with Gloomfang. I can't remember what takes priority. I don't know if Pierce goes first or if Chain goes first and then it pierces afterwards. I can't remember what it is, but there is an order to that, and Gloomfang would still work ultimately. Or if you didn't want to run that, you could drop it and run something else. But Spark would probably still work really well with this. Arc would obviously run super well with this. You'd replace this with a greater chain support instead. Any number of things realistically would work really well as long as it is a projectile. I did actually want to just see this really quick just for the sake of it. Does this in fact fling in random directions? Sure does. But oh, that's right. This one doesn't really, like, Eye of Winter. As much as I love Eye of Winter, I wouldn't use Eye of Winter. Probably because it doesn't really, it returns, but only when if it hits something, otherwise it really doesn't return. Eye of Winter could probably be something fun as well, though, if you wanted to run that. The projectiles on it do chain. The eye itself obviously doesn't, but the projectiles would chain. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff out there that you could mess around with, but I think Rolling Magma or Spark would probably be the best as far as this very specific setup with Gloomfang goes. But if you did use Arc, of course that's going to work out fantastically as well. You just wouldn't use Gloomfang anymore. Regardless, hope you enjoyed YouTube. I really like this character. Like I said, I've had a lot of fun building him and getting him to the point where he is now. Further upgrades with the character, and again, everything will be in the POB down below. There won't be really anything different, I don't think, in there. The only thing I'm really gonna mess with is I will probably increase his level by 1, and we will take Mark the Prey here. That is what we're going towards over there. But otherwise, the rest of everything else will be as the character currently is. Further upgrades, though, if you really wanted to. This belt really isn't anything spectacular. You could consider, if you wanted to do the really expensive and slightly more fun route, get an Acceleration Shrine belt. That would work. Does a Mage of Blood work? Fucking of course it does. But just make sure you get any kind of, make sure you fix any stat requirements that you might have outside of this. You have to have at least 99 strength to wield Sands of Time, so make sure you have at least 99 strength. But otherwise, you could get do a better Hunter prefix here than what I hit. I hit chaos damage. We do deal chaos damage with Gloomfang, but it's really not that big of a deal. Just the raw percent increase max life would be better. Or there's also, I believe, gain a blast charge when you deal a crit. That would also be very good. We just keep our blasts up pretty much all the time. Otherwise, you know, just try to make sure your spell suppress cap. Try to get some more chaos. Just try to squeeze some more chaos res in if you can. I have 13%, so we're at least positive, but try to squeeze some of that in wherever you can. Maybe the shield would be a potential area of an improvement as well. You could look into getting something else, but chance to deal double damage ain't bad. Looking just getting yourself. You could, I mean, you get double implicit here, or you could get a Call of the Void that is that's corrupted and has something as well there. But I don't necessarily feel like there's too much more room for improvement outside of getting a better imbue on the gem here. You'd be looking for maybe a critical damage if you found one that has like returning projectiles or something. That would actually allow you to not run Shrapnel Specialist if you wanted to, if it had returning projectiles, which actually would probably enable you to just run Assassin if you really wanted to in that case. But also a greater volley would go well. A critical damage on here would also go well. There's any number of kind of like welcome things on Rolling Magma overall. So yeah, I would say just you know, give it a go, try some things out, and most importantly, just you know, have fun. This character is a lot of fun, a lot of good time. I just leveled with the build as is, just self-casting Rolling Magma all the way through the campaign, and it worked out extremely well. So anyway, YouTube, hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I have one other character in mind, which will be probably a Kinetic Fusillade. If not a Kinetic Fusillade, then it'll be a Kinetic Blast Clustering, but I'll play this character out for a little while longer before I do that swap, I think. So anyway, YouTube, once again, hope you enjoyed. Probably see you next time. Stay sane out there, Exiles.